On the channel, we take a trip to Tatooine, courtesy of the Vintage Collection, beautiful this time of year, with the Tatooine Skiff and the Tatooine Skiff Guards. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for a Star Wars unboxing and review via the Vintage Collection as we take that trip to Tatooine with the Skiff Guards and the Skiff. But remember, for all your Star Wars needs and a whole lot more, hit up Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below. So yes, we're taking that trip to Tatooine. We've got the Tatooine Skiff, which was on clearance at Walmart's forever. I believe this went down to like $9 at Walmart's for a while. I ended up getting this at a hot deal along with this pack here of the 3 Vintage Collection Skiff Guards via GameStop. I don't know how long ago, 6 months, 8 months ago. I'm finally getting around to unboxing these, and I figured these two would go together for a good unboxing together. It's Skiff Guards, the Skiff, it goes together like peanut butter and jelly if you ask me. But we're going to do it like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We'll see where it goes from there. My plan is we'll show off these boxes and everything. I'll unbox this bad boy off camera and these guys off camera, and we'll see where it goes. So let's take a look at the Skiff first. There it is. Very cool packaging. Very throwback, as the Vintage Collection does get throwbacky with the packaging. Absolutely love that Skiff Guard there just hovering. And you can see Luke there. We can see a little pit of Krakoon down there. Just hanging out a little bit, but very cool diorama. You got the Jabba sail barge looming in the background. Unfortunately, poor Kyle hasn't got that sail barge. You really shouldn't have passed on it, but what do you do? I'm not going to pay $2,000 for it now, that is for sure, but it would be a really cool one to have one of these days. You got a little instructions of here's what you can do. Here's what you can do with that skiff. All kinds of mighty stuff you can do. What's it say? Let's see if it says anything special here. You can pilot the skiff to the old Sarlacc pit. Gotta love that. Extend plank to feed the Sarlacc. And dangle figure from the skiff. So there you go. You got Lando dangling from the skiff there. So yeah, there's a lot to do. And very similar to the Power of the Force skiff we unboxed on the channel many moons ago. I do have that here. We can compare those skiffs to each other to see what we think. But you get the same picture on both sides. So not a lot of extra pictures or anything going on with this, but I do love this packaging. Very throwback packaging. Just reminds me of a little kid going to Toys R Us, Children's Palace, or whatever. Now we move on to this, the Skiff Guard Vintage Collection figures here. Look at this special commemorative packaging. I really do like how this ends up looking with all 3 figures in one pack. It's just a really cool idea. And this was extremely cheap on GameStop.com one day. They always have deals. You got to play that long game on GameStop, but they have deals a lot of times on there. I swooped this up, I want to say, for like $10 ship, something ridiculous. This is a pretty solid pack with the 3 Skiff Guards to go along with this, of course. But once again, Return of the Jedi, that beautiful font we know, we love, all that kind of stuff. We got a little bit of a cross-sell up top there. Just a lot to like about this packaging here. We got Figaras. Little foreign languages on here, of course, as we've seen in the past. Return of the Jedi, Star Wars right there. They got the J-hook flex up there. Very big back packaging there, giving the whole scene, setting the stage. You guys know how it goes. Got warnings, all that. We got a blurb. Let's see what this blurb says here. Jabba the Hutt sentenced Luke Skywalker and his friends to walk the plank of the Bantha II cargo skiff over the great pit of Carkoon. Boy, that's a word. Vidian, a red Nikto slave, was at the controls of the rear of the desert skiff as it hovered over the almighty Sarlacc. While the surrounding guards confronted Luke, a disguised Lando Calrissian ambushed the skiff pilot. The red Nikto Vizam, Jabba's weapons master, fired a laser cannon from the sail barge Katana, but the blast sent Vidian into the Sarlacc and tentacled maw. Jeez, a lot of big words here. A second skiff of Jabba's guards, which included the helmeted Brock Starsher, arrived to prevent the prisoner's escape, only to be defeated by the lightsaber-wielding Jedi Knight. So, partially, you should probably have 2 of these skiffs to really build the scene out. I guess I'll use my Power of the Force skiff to have the other one, so we got a little bit of both there. I don't know. You guys tell me how you see it there, but interesting for sure. We'll see. We pull these guys out. I'm guessing they just slide out. Yep. Slide right out. Come on, guys. Come on out. So there it is. Very cool packaging. Like I said, see you later. Off to the side, knocking things over. That's what happens some days. Let's take a look at these. Now, These are beautiful, beautiful cards, as I love the vintage collection. Truthfully, these are meant to leave on card. They look so much better on card, but that's just the way it is. So we got Vidane Skiff Pilot. Vidane, the Skiff Pilot right there. Looking only like he can look for sure. Looking good. And then we got the back. Probably one of the worst backs. We always say it. We hate the vintage collection backs. There's just no blurbs, nothing really good going on. Celebrating the legacy of Star Wars is what they're doing with Vidane Skiff Pilot. And I think smart move by Hasbro putting these all together in a pack, because I don't know how well they would have sold on their own. I think we got to be honest. Take that big old step back, put on the old business hat. Maybe these wouldn't sell so hot on their own. I don't think they would have, that's for sure. Who do we got next? We got old Vizam. Oh, some people say Shazam, not me. I say Vizam. And he's looking only like he can look, too. I love the artwork on the package. Just the beautiful photography there of the scene from the movie. Just very, very cool. Like that a whole lot. Looking good. Return of the Jedi packaging. You guys know how it goes. Should say Vintage Collection 152, 153, and now we get to 154 right here with Brock Starsher. Now, is this Brock Starsher? I believe it's his debut Star Wars figure. I don't think he definitely didn't have one in the Power of the Force. Didn't have one in the old school Kenner line. So I'm pretty sure this is the first time he had a figure. I could be wrong, but definitely the first time I've ever owned it and first time I've ever seen him. So there you go. You got him there looking only like he can look with that little top hat going on. I don't know what he's trying to do there with that. Interesting looking guy. I guess it's not even a hat, it's a mask. And he's one of those guys you don't even remember from the movie. I don't even remember seeing this guy in the movie. That's just, it goes so fast. I'm sure he's in a split-second scene there. But that's just the way it goes. And I do like that, though. We get a lot of deep cuts, as you guys all know, with our Star Wars figures. So, okay, we've looked at the packaging here. We've set the table. We've set the stage. We've read the back of the skiff. Now we got to unbox them. So let me get these unboxed, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back together. We got it out of the package. We got it put together, and it was fairly simple as far as putting action figure play sets and vehicles together. Just the guardrails slipping on the side here, the top, the front, of course. Putting the little fins on the back, very easy to do, and then plugging in the controls to the skiff. And then you plug in the flight stands here, and then the little sand piece. Pretty solid little vehicle, very lightweight, very easy to put together. It all makes sense. I will mention there's a lot of removable floorboards here, which I guess in the instructions says you can store some stuff. So I guess if you want to store some of the skiff guard weapons, things like that in there, you very easily could. But a lot of good... got good looks inside this thing compared to the old Power of the Force version, which I got right here, actually. So you can see how far we've come in 25 years, roughly, I guess we'll call it. Much bigger skiff here. Obviously looks a heck of a lot better on this new one. A better color, different tones to the color on this one compared to the kind of olive drab Power of the Force version. A little bit plain on that one. And then the flight stand adds so much to this. It really does. That clear flight stand, and then with the sand underneath, going to really help you flush out your display, especially if you have that Cantina sail barge, put that in front of it, and you're set for business. But much, much improved over the Power of the Force version, which it should be. I mean, it's been a lot of years. We should have a better vehicle here. We do have an extra side panel here, and this, I thought this was actually real rope. It's not. It is plastic, so you can reenact the scene with Lando hanging over the edge. You just plug and play and can replace these very easily. And like I said, inside you have these little things. You can take off the floorboards to store things. You can see it right up front here, a little hole there. You put this in, just pops right in there. And like so. So there you go. So yeah, very cool, very solid little vehicle piece. Put this off to the side. I like it a lot. It also has spots to hang weapons inside here too. So it has some weapons storage as well. And you're going to need that because our skiff guards, skiff pilots, skip troopers, all that kind of stuff. So we got Vidane first, the first figure here. Like Vidane a whole lot. He's going to be on this skiff, of course, with the other guys there. And he's got a holster on the side, so he does carry his blaster. He does come with a blaster, I should say, and it's the only weapon he came with. The rest of the guys came with a little bit more weapons. Stick that blaster right in there. But very cool. His helmet, whatever you want to call it, is removable, so you can remove that. Much different than the old days, the old Kenner days. But that is cool. He does have the typical vintage collection articulation. You got knees, you got wrists, you got elbows, you got head, you got waist, you got legs. You also got a bend at the knee, of course. No thigh swivel or anything like that. But the knees do swivel, the knees do bend. So you do got articulation there. Much, much improved from the old Kenner days or even the Power of the Force days, of course, as you guys can imagine. And then he fits right in here, as you can see, for scale. I wish there was peg holes inside of here. That's one thing that we have on the old Power of the Force one that is really cool. You have peg stands. You can keep your guys secured. There's none of that going on with this one, so that's a little disappointing. I did forget to mention this whole top piece right here does remove, so you can store stuff down in the middle as well. So a lot of extra storage on this if you need it. But so that's Vidane. I guess I would have never known his name without the packaging to help me right here. Same with Vizam. Oh, everybody loved the V names back then. But old Vizam, looking only like he can look, looking like a good friend, and his hat is removable as well. I believe, weren't these guys brothers, these two, or something like that? Vizam and Vidane, I believe I remember that. I could be wrong. He does come with the exact same blaster pistol. All these guys come with a blaster pistol, and it does fit on the side for him as well, so you can store that there. But then he comes with the big old weapon here, the big old gun. And I believe, I'm sure you can put this on right in here, like so. Yes, you can. So he can be gunning there. It slides right on the skiff. So that is a pretty cool, neat feature there as I knock his hat off. But old Vizam, I guess I should say, getting him confused. Easy to do. Vizam, Vidane. I heard their school teachers all the time messed them up, and I'm no different. I'm no different at this point. But very cool. I've always loved the coloring on this guy as well, with the blue kind of undershirt and the vest and the sandy colored pants. Just a very, very solid looking figure, and another skiff guard you need here. Man in the controls of the weapon on the skiff guard. So you got him. And then the final one is the guy that I don't remember at all. We talked about this at the beginning. Brock Starsher, I should say. Starsher, S-T-A-R-S-H-E-R, Starsher. He does come with a good old force pike. We know these. We love these. He does have that. I believe he is the pilot, they said. He does come with the exact same blaster as all the other three, but in a brownish color. He does not have a holster, unfortunately, on him, though. And I believe he is one of the pilots, they said, of the skiff. And I believe, what is it, Potsnitskin, I believe. We unboxed his Power of the Force figure on the channel. I believe he was another pilot of the skiff. So we got all the skiff guards represented. You know, you got two different skiffs you got to fill out with people as well. So I'm going to put him right here at the old controls. Helm in the controls here. Hours of fun, hours of playability with these bad boys here. Not too bad. Like I said, you got Vizam, Vidane, and Brock Starsher. See you later, see you later, see you later. Bam, 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 off the screen. Score a point for Kyle. There it is. Power of the Force one right side by side. Can definitely tell that difference. But you can smoke and mirrors, put the vintage collection guys over here. That is the beauty of the Star Wars universe. A lot of the 3 3/4, you can put them between all the lines. They work each way. So that is pretty cool. So wish we could just get a Sarlacc pit playset. That would be the thing that we're really missing. Hopefully one day we get that. That could be a future HasLab for all we know. We'll see what happens. But this skiff, especially if you got this for $10 at Walmart back in the day, man, you were making money on hand over fist at that time. I wish I would have picked up two at the $10 price point. That would have been the way to go. Then I'd probably replace this one and not use it. But we'll use this one for now. It's good enough. It'll make its way through. So there it is. The skiff and the skiff guards. Any thoughts from you guys on these? Did you have these? Did you have the Power of the Force? Did you have this one? Were you one of the lucky few that got it for $10 back in the day? A couple years ago, I think. Maybe 3 years ago? I don't know, time with COVID, I can't remember. But let me know your comments on these and these guys. Did you get the 3-pack of these guys as well? Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Of course, make sure you follow me on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. A lot of pictures and stuff going up on there. And then, of course, ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. So for the Skiff Guards, Jabba the Hutt, and everyone in Tatooine, I am Kyle. I will see you guys all real soon.